Hi, this is Sive Morten with the daily update on EuroFX. I post my exclusive market overviews with the key political and economical events, charts, and important levels on the ForexPeaceArmy.com forums weekly. This short video is a response to rapidly changing situation on the currency markets and should help you to stay on top of the game and be profitable. I suggest you to visit ForexPeaceArmy.com forum and read my analysis for the week before watching this daily video.
So everybody, let's take a look at the Bitcoin market. So it's most interesting what has happened around 50,000 area and what to expect in the nearest future. So in general, with this recent upward action, we have some difficulties with estimating the next targets in the market, and we have very limited tools to do this. So in general, the targets that we have set previously works nice, and market actually shows the response on these targets. It means that maybe this way, as we are calculating them, looks appropriate. Some maybe could try to set fundamental targets based on the supply and demand, mining activity, new purchases from the institutional investors. But here with the technical tools, in fact, guys, the only thing that we have is kind of the A, B, C bottom pattern. But actually it will be the same as to measure the extension of this leg. Why? Because actually A point stands here around the zero and makes no impact on the overall destination point. And in consequence of that, it means that we use Gartley patterns with the steroid extension levels. So it's mostly treated as a crab patterns. So once till the 1618, it will be the butterfly, but with these extensions above the 1618 and 2618 that has been hit. And next one, 3618, will be 63.5. That theoretically the next technical target that we have on the Bitcoin market. Once we will get some deep retracement here, we will have another tool that will be greater ABCD pattern. That's actually what we are watching for. But as you can see, this retracement that we're talking about has not started yet. The market is keep going higher. Currently, it makes sense to take a look first in the intraday charts, in particular on the 3-drive pattern that we discussed previously. So you can see that 3-drive actually has worked, but unfortunately, or maybe fortunately, I don't know, depending on your direction and what you're trading, it has hit only minimum target. So take a look. Once the market tested the 50,000, retracement was below the lows between the second and third drive, which means that 3-drive has worked, but this is minimum target. So we suggested that it might be maybe a bit lower, forming some greater reversal pattern, but this hasn't happened. Market just, when it's completed the 3-drive, continues upward action. So the butterfly that we discussed here has been erased and has failed. Market is moving higher. Usually, guys, butterflies is such sort of the patterns that when they fail, they usually fail miserably. What does it mean? It means that if butterfly hasn't worked, even with a potential bearish pattern that is finalizing the pattern and suggested some respect, while we actually thought and talking about possible 42, 43, it's just because this is 30% support of the whole upward action. The butterfly, and it's minimum target of the butterfly. So we could treat butterfly as completed only if it hits at least 30% support, shows at least 30% retracement. But this hasn't happened. The market climbing high. It means the butterfly has failed. If butterfly has failed, it means that overall context stands bullish and market should proceed upward action in near term. So currently, we do not see some clear patterns and clear setups that could be used for immediate trading. And definitely it's not a good time for taking any short positions, because previous trading setup that was based on some clear patterns has failed. Now without any patterns, it means that it's not a good idea for taking the new short position, especially when the market is rising. For taking the long position, we don't have any significant retracement. So that's up to you. If you would like to buy Bitcoin currently, well, maybe you could use some pullback, some minor retracement here, but no, we do not have any clear bullish setups right now for taking the position. At the same time, here we need to keep an eye on the weekly chart and in general on the interest rates, because take a look. If you take a look at the 10-year Treasury bonds, you could see that Bitcoin market accurately follows to the interest rates. Maybe this is some occasional agreement, although I do not think so. Maybe investors now treat the Bitcoin, so although they do not generate the interest on investment, but it's rising in price, and maybe they treat this price appreciation as replacement of the rising of the interest rate on the bond market. It's difficult to say definitely, but the truth is that you can see it's really very tight correlation between the Bitcoin market and interest rates. So you could see that's mostly the same. We already have taken a look at it. Some retracement here is also was retracing. Interest rates climbing high here as well. What does it mean? It means that probably we need to keep an eye on interest rates, trying to catch something there that could give us the hint what to expect on the Bitcoin market. For instance, if we take a look, you could see that market is coming to the resistance on interest rates. That stands right here. It's approximately around 140. Previous low stands, previous consolidation. And here maybe some reaction could follow. So once market will hit it, it's difficult to say where the Bitcoin will be at the moment when the market will hit 140, 145 area. Probably it could reach 63. I'm not excluding this, with this all because it already stands on the halfway to this target, or around 60 probably. But somewhere around this level might be forming, and that's approximately the level with the cross-market analysis that you could keep an eye on, and then trying to keep an eye on the Bitcoin and see whether some bearish patterns are forming. Because right now, if you'll take a look at the weekly chart, you have nothing. Market has exceeded 1618 extension, no hints on the possible head and shoulders that we suggested previously. So this idea also has not been formed. On the daily chart, also I do not see something really valuable, as the head and shoulders chance has been erased. This divergence also means nothing currently, and also we see that it has not been formed as well. So market just showing bull trend, and well, currently it's definitely, we probably will not get any divergence here. So that's why we do not have anything as on the weekly chart, as on the daily chart. The one thing also that you could keep an eye on, probably if you would like to take the position on the Bitcoin market, is just watching of this rally. It looks nice, and in general it's good for a monopoly trading. And if market somehow by some reasons will show some pullback, for instance to 30% support, it will be bread and butter. So it will be chance to go long. In this case, that's actually the only things that we could keep an eye on currently. Use the pullbacks for considering taking the long position. We don't have any bearish context currently. Former bearish context has led only to the minimum target being completed, nothing else yet. So, and keep an eye on the 10-year interest rates in the United States, and particular 1.4, 1.45 level, where theoretically some deep retracement could start, and that could also make impact on the Bitcoin. So that's the perspective that we will keep an eye on.